Welcome to the deep dive. Let's get right into it. Have you ever been writing maybe an email and suddenly stop and think, wait, did I use the right there?
Oh, definitely. Or maybe, using your versus your. Happens all the time.
Exactly. Or complimenting someone's scarf, but wondering if it actually complimented their outfit. These little linguistic puzzles. They're homophones.
That's right. Words that sound exactly the same, but, well, they have totally different meanings. And spellings, crucially.
And they can be surprisingly tricky, can't they?
They absolutely can. It's one of those fascinating quirks of English. You have these auditory twins running around. Some are easy enough, sure, but others, they definitely cause those moments where you just, pause. Whether you're writing something important or just texting.
Yeah, it really makes you appreciate spelling, doesn't it?
It does. Brings that needed precision.
And that is exactly what we're diving into today. We've got a list, 30 common homophones, maybe common, but as you said, not always so easy.
That's the goal.
So our mission today is to kind of pull these apart, look at the meanings, how to use them, and importantly, offer some memory tips, little tricks to keep them straight.
Think of it like mental shortcuts, hooks to grab the right word when you need it.
Yeah, exactly. This is like your express guide to getting past these little speed bumps in language, because you really do bump into them everywhere. Reading, writing, just chatting.
Mm-hmm. Nailing these can really sharpen up your communication.
Okay, let's start with one I know I've messed up before. Break and break.
Classic pair.
So brake, B-R-A-K-E, that's the pedal in the car, yeah. The one you hit to slow down, like, better hit the brake, the light's turning yellow.
Precisely. It's the device, the noun, and the action, the verb, of slowing or stopping.
Got it. And then break, B-R-E-K-K.
Well, that one has a couple of key uses. It can mean, to shatter something. Careful, don't break the glass.
Okay.
Or it can mean a pause, like, let's take a quick coffee break.
Right, a pause. My little trick for this is a break helps you stop, and break sounds like something cracking, it's broken. A bit simple, maybe, but it works for me.
Hey, whatever sticks. Simple is often good.
Okay, next up, compliment and compliment.
Peace.
These two, they feel related somehow, which makes them confusing.
I hear that a lot. They definitely trip people up. So, compliment, C-O-M-P-L-I-M-E-N-T, with an I. That's praise. An expression of admiration.
Like saying something nice. That was a great presentation. That's a compliment.
Exactly. She gave me a lovely compliment on my report. It's being polite, offering praise.
Okay, verbal thumbs up.
Yeah.
And compliment, C-O-M-P-L-E-M-E-N-T.
With the E. That's when something completes or enhances something else. Makes it better by going well with it. Like that shade of blue really complements your eyes.
So they work together. Harmonize.
Precisely. The way I remember it is, I compliment you, using I to be nice. But something else complements with an E to enhance or complete the picture.
That E for enhance or entire, I like that. Subtle, but helpful. Okay, let's do stationary and stationary. Another single letter difference, huge meaning change.
Right. So stationary. S-T-A-T-I-O-N-A-R-Y with an A. That means still, not moving.
Like a parked car. The train remains stationary at the platform.
Exactly. Think A for at rest or at a standstill.
Okay, A for at rest. Makes sense. And stationary. S-T-A-T-I-O-N-E-R-Y.
That's your writing supplies. Paper, envelopes, pens, all that good stuff. I need to buy some new stationery before school starts.
Right. The stuff you write on.
Yeah, and the memory tip often links that E in stationery to things like envelopes or maybe erasers.
Paper goods. Stationery for envelopes. Stationery for staying put. Got it.
You got it.
Now for a triple threat. Sight, sight, and sight sound identical. Totally different jobs.
Oh, yeah. These are crucial, especially in writing. First, cite. C-I-T-E. That means to quote something or refer to a source.
Like in an essay, you have to cite your sources. Give credit.
Exactly. Giving credit where it's due. Then there's site, S-I-T-E. That's a location, a place.
Like a construction site or a website.
Perfect examples. They chose a beautiful site overlooking the lake for the new hotel, a specific spot.
Okay. And finally, sight. S-I-G-H-T.
That's about vision. Your ability to see, or something that you do see, like a view. The sunset over the ocean was an amazing sight.
Right. My little rhyme for this one is, you cite a source. A site is a place where you might see a sight. Maybe a bit cheesy.
Hey, if it works, it works. Cheesy is memorable sometimes.
True. Okay, next. Principal versus principal. Another pair famous for causing mix-ups.
Very common. Principle. P-R-I-N-C-I-P-L-E, ending in L-E. That's a rule, a standard, a belief you hold.
Like your core values. She wouldn't compromise her principles. Exactly that. A fundamental truth or guideline. Now, principal. P-R-I-N-C-I-P-A-L, ending in A-L.
That one has a couple of meanings, right?
It does. Most commonly, it's the head of a school. The principal addressed the students.
Okay. The person in charge at school.
Or it means main or primary. Like the principal reason for choosing this option was the cost, the most important reason. Gotcha. And the memory tip. I think I know this one.
Probably the classic. Yeah. The principal is your pal at school. That pal ending links to the person.
Right. And a principal is a rule that helps distinguish them.
It's definitely.
Let's move to alter and alter. Easy to confuse, especially when talking about weddings or changes.
Yes. Altar. A-L-T-A-R. With that A, that's the raised structure in a church or temple used for ceremonies, offerings.
Like where couples exchange vows. They stood at the altar.
Precisely. A place of worship or ceremony. Then you have alter. A-L-T-E-R with an E. That just means to change something. Modify it.
Like getting clothes altered. Can you alter these trousers for me?
Exactly. To make different. So the tip is pretty straightforward. An altar is at a church. To alter is to change. A for the place. E for editing or changing.
Simple, clear. Okay, how about bolder and bolder?
Sounds the same, but one's about courage, the other's about, well, rocks.
Right. So bolder, B-O-L-D-E-R.
That means more courageous, more daring, more confident. He became bolder about speaking up in meetings.
Getting braver.
And boulder. B-O-U-L-D-E-R.
That's the big rock, isn't it?
No.
A huge boulder blocked the mountain path.
Exactly. A large detached rock. So the tip is simple. Boulder braver. Boulder in rock. Maybe think of the ooh in boulder as looking round and heavy like a rock.
I like that visual cue. Okay, illicit and illicit. These sound similar, and the difference is really important, especially formally.
Very important distinction. Illicit. E-L-I-C-I-T. That means to draw out something, like a response or information from someone.
So like a teacher trying to elicit answers from students.
Perfect example. Or the comedian's jokes elicited loud laughter from the crowd. It's about evoking or drawing forth.
Got it. To extract. And illicit. I-L-L-I-C-I-T.
That means illegal, forbidden, unlawful. He was arrested for engaging in illicit activities.
Okay, definitely don't want to mix those up.
No, you don't. A good tip. Illicit, extract, illicit, illegal. The I and the double L in illicit might remind you of illegal or lawless.
That works. Illegal, illicit. Good link. Now for something sweeter. Desert versus dessert.
Ah, the difference is that crucial seconds.
Right. So desert, D-E-S-E-R-T. One's that.
That's dry.
That's the dry place. Yeah. Like the Sahara.
Exactly. The arid regions, sand, maybe some cacti. Camels are well adapted to life in the desert.
Okay. And dessert. Dessert. 2 S's.
That's the sweet stuff. The course you eat at the end of a meal. Cake, ice cream, fruit.
My favorite part. What's for dessert tonight?
And the classic memory aid plays right into that. You always want more dessert, so it has 2 S's.
That one definitely 6. Always want more. Okay, capital and capital. Government, money, letters. This one's complex.
Capital, capital, is the more versatile word. It can mean the main city, the seat of government. Paris is the capital of France.
Okay, main city. What else?
It can also mean money or wealth used in business. They needed more capital to expand the company.
Right, financial capital.
And it can mean an uppercase letter. Start sentences with a capital letter.
Okay, city, money, letter. Got it. So it's capital. Capitol.
That one's much more specific. It refers to the actual building where a legislature meets, especially the building in Washington, D.C.
Ah, the specific building. Like they took a tour of the Capitol Dome.
Exactly. And that's the memory tip. The Capitol building often has a dome. That O in the middle can link to the shape.
Oh, that's clever. I like that one. Visualizing the dome. Okay, vein and vein.
Right. One's about ego, the other's about, well, blood.
So vain, V-A-I-N.
That describes someone who's overly proud of their appearance or achievements. Conceited. He's so vain, he checks his reflection in every window.
Okay, thinking too much of themselves. And vein, V-E-I-N.
That's a blood vessel, part of your circulatory system. The nurse had trouble finding a vein, or it can be a streak in rock, like a vein of gold.
Right, so how to remember?
Think, vein has an A, maybe like admire yourself too much or focus on appearance. Vein has an E, like in blood or medicine.
A for appearance, E for blood. That works. Okay, now we're circling back to a few, which is good for reinforcing them. Compliment and compliment again.
Yes, worth repeating. Compliment with the E enhances or completes. The sauce complements the pasta.
Right, makes it better together.
And a compliment with the I is praise. I gave her a compliment on her speech.
I compliment is nice, E compliment enhances, got it. And stationary versus stationary.
Another good one to revisit. Stationary with A means still, not moving. The car was stationary.
A for at rest.
And stationary with E is for writing. Envelopes, paper, by stationary.
E for envelopes. Perfect. Okay, a new pair. Dual and dual.
Sounds similar, totally different concepts. Dual, D-U-A-L, means having 2 parts. Double.
Like dual citizenship or a dual core processor.
Exactly. Think duo meaning 2. Duo means 2.
Simple enough. And duel, D-U-E-L.
That's a fight. Specifically, a formal combat between 2 people, often with weapons, usually to settle a point of honor. Think historical dramas.
Right, like knights or cowboys having a duel.
Precisely. So, duel with 2, duel fight.
Got it. Okay, altar and altar again. Quick recap.
Sure. Altar with A is the place in church. Kneel at the altar.
Place of worship.
Alter with E is to change or modify. Alter the dress.
Edit or adjust. Good reminders. Now, phase and fade.
Right. Phase, P-H-A-S-E. That's a stage in a process, a period of time.
Like he's just going through a phase.
Exactly. A distinct step or stage. Phase, stage.
And phase, F-A-Z.
That means to disturb or disconcert someone, to bother them. Loud noises don't seem to faze the baby.
So if something doesn't faze you, it doesn't bother you.
Correct. Phase, to bother or disturb. The Z sound is maybe a bit jarring, like being disturbed.
Maybe. Okay, the cite trio is back. Let's lock this one down.
Absolutely. C-I-T-E, cite.
Yeah.
Quote your sources. Give credit.
Citation.
S-I-T-E, site. A location, a place. Website, construction site.
Location.
S-I-G-H-T, site. Vision or a view. What you see.
Vision. Cite. Got it. Now, this one's pronunciation is wild. Colonel and colonel.
Huh. Yes, English spelling at its finest. Kernel, Kernel. That's the grain or seed part, like a corn kernel.
The bit that gets stuck in your teeth from popcorn.
Exactly that, kernel. Then there's colonel, Collnel.
Which sounds the same, but it's
It's military rank. An officer. Colonel Mustard, in the library with the candlestick.
Ha! Right. So, how to remember besides context?
Pretty much context and knowing. Colonel, popcorn seed. Colonel, military rank, despite the spelling.
Okay, context is key there. And elicit one more time for luck.
Good idea. Elicit, to draw out, to extract a response.
Extract.
Illicit, illegal, forbidden.
Illegal. Okay, nailed it. Now, canvas and canvas, subtle as difference.
Very subtle. Canvas, Canvas, one S, that's a heavy cloth. For painting, sails, tents.
Like an artist's canvas, the material.
Exactly, the fabric itself. Canvas, fabric hard surface.
And canvas, Canvass, two S's.
That means to survey, to solicit opinions or votes, like going door to door during an election.
Ah, like campaigning, asking people things.
Precisely. Canvas, asking, surveying. Maybe think of the two as needing to solicit from many people.
That could work. Canvas for art, canvas for asking. Okay. And our friends bolder and bolder again.
Quick check. Boulder.
Braver, more confident.
Boulder.
Big rock.
Perfect. Boulder, braver, Boulder rock. You've got it.
Okay, next. Seam and seam.
Right. Seam. Seam. That's the line where fabric is joined, like the seam on your jeans.
The stitch line.
Yes, the result of sewing. Seam, sewing line.
And seem, Seem.
That means to appear to be something, to give an impression. You seem happy today.
How things look or appear.
Exactly. Seem, appearance perception. The double E might make you think of seeing or how something appears.
Seam for sewing, seam for seam. Okay, now another trio. Flew, flew, and flew.
Right, let's unpack these. Flew, Flew, that's just the past tense of fly.
Simple enough. The bird flew away.
Exactly. Action of flying, done. Then flew, Flu.
The illness. Influenza. I had the flu last winter.
Unfortunately common, yes.
Oh, flu.
Sickness.
And flew, Flue.
That's the pipe inside a chimney. The duct for smoke to escape. Ah, right. You need to clean the chimney flue.
Exactly. So, flu, fly, flu, sickness, flu, chimney pipe.
Got it. Now, discrete versus discrete. Very subtle difference in spelling.
Extremely subtle, but important. Discrete, Discreet. Two E's together. This means careful, cautious, trying not to attract attention. Tactful.
Like being discreet about a secret.
Precisely. Handling something privately or subtly. Discreet. Careful, subtle.
And discrete, Discrete. The E's are separated by the T.
This means separate, distinct, individually different items or categories. The study looked at several discrete groups.
So separate items.
Yes. The tip often involves those E's. Discrete has the E's together, like keeping things close, quiet. Discrete has them separate, like the items it describes.
Keeping the E's quiet. I like that. Okay, aisle, an aisle.
Islands and walkways. Isle, Isle. That's a small island.
Like the British Isles, but smaller. A beautiful tropical isle.
Exactly. Think island. The silent S is tricky, but island.
An aisle, Aisle. That's the walkway. Between seats in a plane or theater, or between shelves in a supermarket.
Like the grocery aisle, or walking down the aisle at a wedding.
Perfect examples. Aisle, walkway. Maybe think aisle is a path you walk down.
Aisle for island, aisle for path. Good one. Next, peel and peel.
Sound versus action. Keel, Peal. That's a loud ringing sound, usually bells. or a loud burst of laughter.
Like the peal of church bells.
Exactly. A loud resonant sound. Peal, loud sound.
And peel, P-E-L.
That's the action of removing the outer layer or skin.
Like peeling a banana or peeling potatoes.
Yep. Peel, remove skin. The double E in peel might look like you're taking layers off.
Maybe. Peel for sound, peel for skin. Okay. Roll and roll.
Acting versus, well, lots of things. Role, R-O-L-E. That's a part you play. An actor's role or your role in a team, your function.
Like she played the role of the detective. Your part.
Correct. Role, function part.
And roll, R-O-L-L.
That one's busy. It can be a list of names, like a class roll call.
Check the roll.
It can be a small bread bun, a dinner roll,
Pass the rolls.
or it can be the action of turning over and over, like a ball rolling down a hill.
Right, the movement.
Exactly. So, roll, part function. Roll, list, bread, movement.
Okay, context is important for roll. Now, tier and tier. Pronounced the same here.
Yes, depends on context for tier pronunciation too, actually. T-E-I-R can be tear, like ripping paper.
Don't tear the page.
Or it can be tear, like a drop from your eye when crying, a single tear.
Ah, right. The verb to rip or the noun from crying.
Exactly. Damage or emotion. Then there's tier, T-I-E-R.
That's like levels, right? A 3-tiered cake.
Precisely. A row or level in a structure. Stadium tiers, cake tiers, tier level rank.
So tier is rip, crying, drop. Tier is a level. Okay. Almost there. Brooch and brooch.
Bringing things up versus jewelry. Broach. B-R-O-A-C-H. This means to raise a topic for discussion, often a sensitive one.
Like he didn't know how to broach the subject.
Exactly. To carefully introduce a topic, broach. Bring up a topic.
And brooch, B-R-O-C-H.
That's the piece of jewelry, a decorative pin you wear on clothes.
Like your grandmother's favorite brooch.
That's the one. Brooch. Jewelry pin. The double O might look like a pinhead.
Perhaps. Broach the topic. Wear a brooch. Got it. Last one. Faint and faint.
Weakness versus deception. Faint. F-A-I-N-T. This can mean weak or dim, like a faint light or faint sound.
Barely there.
Or it can mean to lose consciousness. She felt faint and had to sit down.
Right. Pass out. Weakness or passing out.
Exactly. Faint, weak, pass out. And faint. F-E-I-N-T.
That's the tricky move, right? In sports or fighting.
Yes. A deceptive move. A fake out to distract an opponent. The player used a feint to get past the defender.
A fake move.
Correct. Fake move deception. The slightly odd I spelling might hint at its trickiness.
Faint from weakness. Faint is a fake. Okay. Wow, that was all 30.
We made it.
It really is something, isn't it? How these words sound the same but mean such different things. Getting them right, it really does matter for clear communication.
Absolutely. It highlights how important spelling and context are in English. Those small details make a big difference in avoiding misunderstandings.
So for everyone listening, we really hope this deep dive helped clear up some of these common homophone hurdles.
And maybe gave you a few memorable tricks to keep them straight next time you're writing or speaking.
Yeah, definitely encourage you to pay a bit more attention to these words as you encounter them. You know, reading, listening.
And usually just taking that extra half second to think about the context, that'll point you to the right meaning. The surrounding words are your best clue.
Definitely. So here's a final thought to leave you with. Which of these homophones have tripped you up the most in the past? And do you think any of these tips might actually stick and help you out next time?
It's always good to reflect on those little language challenges.
Absolutely. And keep listening, because we'll definitely be back diving deep into more fascinating bits of language and other interesting topics soon.